Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to, I think it's the fifth presentation at the Big Blue Button World 2025. This one's special for us. I'd like to introduce you to Maria Lopez with over 2 years of dedicated service as the Senior Volunteer Engagement Coordinator at School on Wheels. You'll hear more about that from Cynthia. She's passionate about empowering students experiencing homelessness through the education support. Her role involves recruiting, training, and managing volunteers to ensure they have a meaningful impact on the lives of the children they serve. A key aspect of her work is personally matching tutors with their students to foster strong, supportive relationships and to enhance their learning experiences. She believes in the power of community and collaboration. And big plug here, especially thankful for collaborations she's had with Big Blue Button, which has greatly enriched our virtual tutoring sessions. Thanks, Cynthia. Uh, Cynthia strives to create an inclusive environment where every family member, every student, every volunteer feels valued and inspired to make a difference. It's my pleasure to hand it over to Cynthia. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Fred. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. As Fred said, I'm here from School on Wheels. I just want to talk a little bit about who we are, what we do, give you guys a little bit of insight in our mission, and then go into a few little fun details as well about how well we work with Big Blue Button. So for starters, here at School on Wheels, like Fred said, we provide free tutoring and mentoring services to children from kindergarten through 12th grade who are experiencing homelessness. Before I get into the facts of who we are and just more facts about our kiddos, I want to share a video with you guys that was made for us, and this kind of gives you guys an idea of what we do and the power of what we do. So I'm going to share this video with you guys. Give me 1 second, and let me know in the chat if you guys can't see it or hear it, but I'm going to go ahead and start sharing it now. So I'm going to go over more in detail about our impact that we have with our kiddos, but I always love the Meet Mia video because it kind of just shows you guys what we do versus me just telling you, but I'll get into a little bit more about what we do. So since 1993, our mission has never wavered, and that is to enhance the educational opportunities for children from kindergarten through 12th grade who are currently experiencing homelessness. I'm seeing the messages in the chat. Sorry, guys. It is a very moving video. I agree. Our goal here at School on Wheels is to shrink the education gaps that our kiddos have and provide them with the highest level of education possible. Our program serves as a consistent support system for our students at a time of great stress and fear and inconsistency. When you heard the Meet Media video, like sometimes they have to leave weeks at a time or day by day they have to leave and they don't know where they're going or they're kind of bouncing around. So we serve as that consistent support system, not only for our students, but for the families too, because then our parents come to rely on us and they know they can come to us and talk to us as well. Who do we serve? So as I said, students kinder through 12th grade living in emergency, transitional, or family shelters, domestic violence shelters, kiddos living in group homes, families who are living in their vehicles or RVs, families who are living in hotels. We also have families that are just on the street and have nowhere to go as well. So any of those families that fall into the homeless or unhoused situation fall into our category. Just some facts for you guys. Some of these you guys may not have known. So some of the obstacles that our students face. So our students are 9 times more likely to repeat a grade. They're 3 times more likely to be placed in special education classes because of the gaps in their learning. They are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school before finishing, and they're 2 times more likely to score poorly in standardized testing. So all of this has to do with not only their situation, and it's not that they're not wanting to learn or they can't learn. There's just other things going on in their brains and they can't focus and it's hard for them. So they're going on top of not knowing where they're going to sleep at night or if they're going to stay there for the next week or month or however long they have at the shelter or wherever they're staying. This is on the back of their brains too. Some ideas of where we serve. So we serve across 6 different counties across Southern California. Some of them are listed right there. So Santa Barbara, Ventura, LA, Orange County, Riverside, and San Bernardino. We also have our online region, which is my region. That is San Diego County, Kern County, Bakersfield, Antelope Valley, Riverside, and then Empire, Temecula, that whole area. We partner with over 400 sites, and this is shelters, whether that be, transitional shelters, short-term, long-term shelters, domestic violence shelters. We partner with over 400 sites and school districts as well. I have a lot of school district partners that I work with personally. A little bit more about what we provide. So we offer free year-round tutoring. So we don't take breaks during summer, winter breaks. We tutor year-round, 365, something that our families really appreciate because during those summer breaks, that's when our kiddos tend to fall back and forget some of the things that they've learned or just kind of lose that momentum. So we keep going. If our kiddos want to keep going, we keep going. Sometimes they want a break, so we give them a little bit of a break, but for the most part, we keep on trucking with our kiddos. We offer free backpacks and school supplies. So every year around when back to school starts around August, we start delivering backpacks to shelters, to group homes. I personally mail out my backpacks because my kiddos live so far from me, but I get backpacks filled with school supplies that they need to get going through the year. And for families receiving new backpacks, especially if they have multiple children and they're in a homeless situation, can be very appreciative. So they really appreciate all of that. And if they need really specialized school supplies, they can always contact us and we can see what we can do, but we definitely get them with what they need. We also offer assistance with devices. So if our students, especially my online kiddos, don't have a laptop or a tablet to join their virtual sessions, we don't want them using a phone. It's too small of a screen. They can get distracted. They can't see everything. They can't fully use everything. Luckily with BigBlueButton they can, but it's better on a laptop. So we give them devices to use. We send them Chromebooks so that they can use for their virtual tutoring, and then it's theirs for them to keep too, so they can use it throughout the rest of their education career. They have it. We don't ask for these laptops back. We also offer positive role modeling and mentorship. So a lot of our tutors are college students. They are, they're pre-med, or I have a few med students that are still giving their time to us, even as busy as they are. We have retired educators. We have working professionals. I have a few lawyers that are on my tutor roster that just love giving back their time. So it offers that positive role model for our kiddos, and especially our younger college kids. It gives them something to aspire to because they can know I can do that too. And a lot of our tutors come to us, just a quick side note, they come to us because they've experienced, whether it be low income or homelessness or something along the lines that our kiddos have gone through, they've experienced some sort of it in their life, some of them. So they can relate and give them something to aspire to because like I made it out of that, so can you. So it's definitely something that I love that our tutors can give them, is just not only the education aspects but just the mentorship, that like big brother big little brother relationship. It's awesome to see. We also offer a customized curriculum to our students by grade. So our kinder through fourth graders, they're in what we call our literacy program, where we focus on literacy, fluency, and just overall plugging those gaps to make our kiddos better readers. Our fifth through eighth grade kiddos are in our academic program. So we focus on math and English language arts. And we have a program that we use that kind of gives them games, and it's adaptive. So as they're learning the games change and get harder. And then we also help with, it also helps, we do assessments every 8 weeks too. So that way, every 8 sessions, I'm sorry. So that way, as they grow, we can make sure the material we're giving them is perfect for them. And then our 9th through 12th graders, we do more life skills with them. So resume building, money management, college shirts, etc. On top of all of our curriculum that we have, we also offer homework help. So if our kiddos, are normally struggling in math, and that's what we're focusing on, but they have an English paper that's really they're struggling with, they can bring that with their tutor, and they can pop everything up on BigBlueButton, and they can use the note section or the shared notes, or they use the whiteboard, and they can work on those homework assignments together, and then they can feel better about that and then go and turn it in. So on top of that, like I said, we do offer homework help as well to our kiddos. So now how BigBlueButton helps what we do. And we love BigBlueButton here at School on Wheels. I love BigBlueButton. I tell Fred this all the time. BigBlueButton allows us to connect with students who are unable to participate in person, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to engage and benefit from our programs. And when I say they're unable to participate in person, we still have families that are not comfortable with in person. We still have families that are in areas where I don't have any in-person tutors, where otherwise they wouldn't be able to get tutoring sessions. So BigBlueButton, that gives us that opportunity to reach those kiddos that normally wouldn't be able to have this service. Our students and tutors enjoy a seamless, user-friendly interface on BBB. I want to repeat that, a seamless and user-friendly interface on BigBlueButton. I am told all the time by my tutors how user-friendly it is. That's usually the first thing I get told after training is, oh no, it's such a good platform. It's so user-friendly. I can tell it's intuitive. It's great. So it makes it easy for them to navigate and utilize all the resources that we have available to them. And it also makes it so easy for our kiddos to jump on and use the whiteboard. And just some quick stats for you guys. So since 2020, our dedicated tutors have logged over 65,000 hours on BigBlueButton, and they've logged over 63,000 sessions total. Showcasing their commitment to supporting our students and enhancing their learning, but also just embracing BigBlueButton and how great of a platform it is. And right below, I have a few pictures for you guys. So on the left-hand side, where you see the little text and the picture, this is my tutor Jack with his student Jada. And what he does in his sessions is he types up a story, and sometimes he uses ChatGPT, he said, because he types in what she likes and it pops up the story for him, and they draw the pictures. So they create their own books using the whiteboard. And Jada drew the flowers in the back, Jack drew the bunny, but they draw their stories together. So the story comes up on the whiteboard, and Jack and Jada then illustrate the book. So they create their own little books, and Jada saves the pages and has all her little own personal library of the books that her and Jack have written together. And then on the right hand side, you're going to see they play like a version of Hangman. That thing on there, but that's part of their brain breaks. They play games, and Jack is really good. He uses his iPad to draw, which is why he can draw so well on BigBlueButton. But just wanted to share the smiling faces of one of our amazing tutors and one of our beautiful students. A few other ways of how we help our kiddos. We do have a scholarship program that we run here at School on Wheels. So our scholarship program, we run it every 3 months, and we allow our students, to apply to win up to $500 to do anything that they want to do that's fun for them. This can be dance classes, gymnastics, jujitsu gyms has been very popular lately. Buying a musical instrument, taking music lessons, buying art classes. We had one student who ordered fabric and a sewing machine, and she sewed her prom dress and made her prom dress because that's they had no means to buy a prom dress. So she made her prom dress, and she started off by making clothes for dolls and then progressed into making clothes for herself and her siblings. So we offer that to our kiddos. We also have our post-secondary scholarships for all of our graduates. So anyone that attends our program and graduates high school is eligible for that post-secondary scholarship, where they can win up to $1,000 to help with school, whether that's books or tuition or we just had somebody apply for culinary supplies because they're going to culinary school. So we bought them the mixer and the knives and all the stuff she needed. So we help our graduates as well, so that way they can still succeed when they're going on into their future endeavors, whether that be trade school or a culinary school, anything like that. We offer social emotional learning techniques for tutors. So we actually have a social emotional learning team here at School on Wheels, where they put on different modules pretty much every quarter. We just opened up our Summer Fun on Wheels program. It's an SEL on decision making, but we've done curiosity. We've done a few other ones and our tutors have access to that. So if we have a newly matched student and tutor, that tutor can go back and do all of the social emotional learning modules that we've had in the past and go through those with their kiddos. I think confidence was another one that we did as well. We also have digital learning access and a digital literacy curriculum. So we have so many resources on our website for our tutors to put on for their kiddos, whether that be websites for multiplication tables or extra worksheets to go along with the curriculum we give them. And then when we give them the curriculum, it's like their own personal website that they can use. And it has tips and tricks on there. It also has a suggested organization of how your session should go, check-ins and check-outs and all of that stuff as well. And just a little bit about our impact over the last 31 years. We have connected over 50,000 students into volunteer tutors. We've awarded the academic scholarships I was just talking about at about $195,000 to over 330 students. And we have distributed backpacks filled with school supplies to over 100,000 students. And just some pictures there, one of our grads, and then our big school bus filled with backpacks. And that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for listening and joining. Does anybody have any questions for me? A few minutes.
Cynthia, that was amazing. I think we're all moved. Very impressive, I must say. What a reach, what an organization. How long has School on Wheels, while people are typing in the chat, how long has School on Wheels been around as an organization?
31 years. We just had our 31st year anniversary this past month or two, I believe. But 31 years we've been here. Yeah, we started with a teacher, Miss Agnes Stevens. She saw the need, and she was a retired teacher, and she brought all of this to life, and we just follow her mission.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. And was there actually an original school bus, School on Wheels?
I don't think so. I don't believe so. I think Bussy is just our mascot. That's just who we have as our icon. I don't believe we had our own school bus, though. I can definitely find out and ask you, though.
Oh, no, it's a great mascot.
Yes, we love it.
Yeah, a great story, too. I'm going to ask another question or two. If anyone else has questions, please type in the chat. Have you had kids who you've tutored turn into be tutors themselves?
I think I heard a story of one. I haven't been here long enough, Fred, to say that has happened, because all my kiddos have been really small. But I hear so many success stories where we have students that go from tutoring with us to when one of our students is at USC, and she's studying, and she wants to help with the homeless problem, especially down in LA. Like she's studying specifically to kind of get into the system to help fix the system from inside, to help the homeless population. So we have a ton of success stories, and I know I have students and tutors that keep in touch once the match ends and they graduate, and they still keep in touch, and they still tutor after they leave our program, because once our families find permanent housing, we stay with them to make sure that they're stable, and then we transition them to our partner agency so we can save our resources for those families that are in need. But some of our tutors stay with those kids. Those bonds that are made during our tutoring sessions are so strong that the tutors will tutor them still just outside of School on Wheels. They tutor them purely on their own time, and because our tutors are just so amazing, they just want to give up their time and work with their kiddos throughout high school, throughout college, and those matches stick, you know. But I know there are some kiddos that have been tutored that still connect with my executive, Charles, executive manager. He still comes into contact with students, and he sees the success stories all the time. Like it's definitely School on Wheels imprints on you when you're a student here, and I've definitely seen that.
Wow, that's so good. And what I like about that is it's almost like the tutors are getting back more than they give.
That's how I see it. Yeah. It really is. And it's such a small commitment. Our volunteers give an hour a week, and it's super flexible. We have late night sessions, we have weekend sessions, but so many of my tutors tell me, I love seeing my kid grow. And I have one tutor in particular who, when we started with his student, he was a third grader and he was at a first grade reading level and a kindergarten math level. So imagine that. He's a third grader, not knowing anything that's going on in the classroom right now. He is now currently a fifth grader at a sixth grade level for both math and English. So we've been with him for 2 years, and he is now above where he should be. And that is because of our tutors and because of the work he puts in. They meet more than once a week, but again, it's great to see. And my tutor didn't even want to work with a kid that was that young because he thought he couldn't do it. And now they have such a great relationship, and it's awesome. So yeah, our tutors get back so much more.
That's great. I think there was a question here you might have touched on already from Timo.
Prefer mobile app for Android. I haven't heard anything about asking for an app. I know families have asked, is there an app I need to download? But that's more of just preparing for the session. I personally love it on a computer because it's bigger, and then the trackpad allows them a little bit more flexibility. But I mean, an app would always be useful, I feel, because then it would just be everything would be shrunken down to the phone screen. But I also want to get away from kiddos kind of jiggling the phone screen around during a tutoring session. But yeah, I mean, if an app would definitely be helpful, but it's never something that's been preferred. It's always something that's asked. But again, I think that's just in preparation. It's been asked a few times.
Really good. Cynthia, on behalf of the Big Blue Button Project, I really thank you for coming and sharing and allowing us to kind of peer a little bit inside of School on Wheels and what the mission is and the passion and what you've been able to do. It's really inspiring. I'm very happy that you shared it, and I think we're going to promote this video afterwards because it tells such a great story. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Fred, and thank you for having me, for inviting me. I loved being here. Thank you, everyone who jumped in and listened, and a huge thank you to the Big Blue Button team, because we wouldn't be able to help all the kids we've been able to help without this wonderful software that we have. So thank you so much, Fred, and for the whole Big Blue Button team.